So we have seen Kyrie Irving lately in the news refusing to get the vaccine as of now. Apparently 7 hours ago, there's reports that Kevin Durant, people think that he's going to be able to, convince Kyrie and everything. But amidst the drama of that, people have, jokingly said, oh, what if the Sixers traded Ben for Kyrie, which in a bubble of 2K, that would work out. I feel like that would be very interesting. But so what are your thoughts on Kyrie Irving as of right now, potentially missing half the season? And because if for everyone who doesn't know at home, guys such as Kyrie, anyone who is on the Nets, the Knicks, the Warriors, correct me if there's any other cities. So Andrew Wiggins is included in this. Their city mandates are that if you are not vaccinated, you cannot go into an enclosed area such as the arena. So Kyrie Irving literally would not be allowed to go into the Barclays Center. So he would not be allowed to play because he currently is not vaccinated. Same with Andrew Wiggins. Same with guys like Bradley Beal. But Bradley Beal, that law, they don't have that mandate where he plays, in Washington. So he would not be able to go into the Barclays Center, I'm pretty sure. But he would be fine for his own home game. So Kyrie would be missing currently more than half the season, because he would be missing the New York Knicks games as well, potentially also the Golden State Warrior game. And this would be, I think, something that would be insane, because you would not only miss half your games, but this would be lingering over his head, all of his teammates' heads all season. And then what happens come playoff time when half of your games, you're going to tell me Kyrie's going to miss half the playoff games as well? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I took the vaccine personally. I'm not the type of person that's like, hey, I took the vaccine, therefore you should take the vaccine or else we're all screwed. But I do think it's kind of silly not to take it, in the sense that you can make your life a little bit easier. They're not injecting satellites in you. You're not going to wake up in a year from now and get some reaction. That's not how RNA works. First of all, I think this is very on brand with him, in the sense that
on brand.
If it's getting to a point where I guess it's really like he's about to get tested, because in the past year, Kyrie has had this little thing, his whole stance, which was really funny, was I don't really care about basketball. There's more important things in life than basketball. And oh, by the way, I'm on the most competitive team on the East, and I'm having a 50, 40, 90 season, but I don't really care about this that much. So now that's about to get tested. Is he going to take the vaccine? Is he not going to take the vaccine? If he really wants to win a championship, then he'll take it. If he really holds his beliefs as true as he does, then he won't take it. Yeah, so guys, we are capping off the giveaway to the first 40,000 subscribers that turn on our notifications for the Laced Up podcast. All you have to do to enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X is subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to do us a favor, leave a like on the pod and let me know in the comment section down below when it's done. You'll enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
Also, guys, while you're here, this podcast, Laced Up, is also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It would be awesome if you could go check us out there, follow us there, and leave us a review.
Another note that I just wanted to make here is D'Angelo Russell tweeted out that Kyrie is goated. I don't know if you saw that, but bro, no one in the NBA was more affected by by COVID-19 than your teammate Karl Anthony Towns. I
don't know what that was. Horrible.
Weird timing. I'll say that. Very weird timing, and
very strange.
That's not his first time. Not his first time. Remember the LaMelo Ball injury?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not his first time.
I want to know what other NBA players are thinking, because I think this could easily be viewed as a selfish act, not getting the vaccine. You're traveling all season long. All science indicates, yes, take the vaccine. It will help you. I love the people that go oh, you could still get COVID. Yes, there are very small odds that you could still get COVID. Okay, you have much higher odds if you don't take it, and there are much higher odds that you give it to someone else. You could give it to people. You don't know everyone's family situation. You don't know what people have, children or kids or elderly people living in their homes or in their lives that have certain medical conditions. So Kyrie's and everyone else, Bradley Beal, all of them, put those guys at risk personally. And I have two things. One, I just wanted to point out the fact that Bradley Beal saying that he was sick with COVID and he got nothing, and then points out that he literally couldn't smell. He lost a sense. And he's like, yeah, but it was nothing. Like, that's just crazy to me that he just actually viewed that as nothing. But like, your 1/5 of your senses went away and you just were cool. Okay, whatever. But two, so a lot of this keeps coming down to, oh, my personal belief, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to be like, what's your religion? What's this to an NBA player ever? You know, go ahead, do your own thing. Kyrie, if you want to believe the earth is flat, I still don't think that's great for the youth of America, for if one of them believes you in general, but you know, whatever. I'd rather you do that. I don't like that these guys are getting asked about this and they're being like, oh, this is my personal belief. Like, okay, sure. Well, if it's your belief and you have that, you know, that is your reasoning, then what is your belief? Because that is the question that keeps getting asked. People go, okay, well then what is your belief? Why are you not doing this? And then immediately, suddenly it's, no, that's personal. Don't dare ask me about that. Huh? How can we not ask you about that? How can the media not ask you about potentially missing half the season? Like, that is a basketball related question. Andrew Wiggins was exactly asked about that. Said, you know, oh, I have to hold strong with my beliefs. Tried to get a religious immunity or whatever, religious like thing to say that he doesn't need to get the vaccine. Like, that's so extreme. But then when someone asks him, what is your beliefs? Why are you doing this? He just goes, I don't have to answer to you. It's like, okay, well, I mean, you're missing half your team season and costing your team wins, money, everything, and putting your teammates at risk. I think that you should have to answer that. But I mean, you can't make someone talk. So
y'all think Kyrie is like, you think this whole thing, you think he's gonna end up taking it?
On brand for Kyrie is causing a stir like this and then taking the thing.
It's just funny to me that, like, you know, like, I understand. I think the top two arguments that I'm hearing against this thing is, one, what if the government's injecting satellites in us, which is hilarious. Which, by the way, like, that's what your phone is. Like, that people could track you through your phone. And two, like, we don't know what's in it. But bro, like, with all due respect, like, you don't know, most of the time when you're eating food, sometimes you don't know what's in your food. When you're drinking something or you're buying something like from the market, you don't know what's in that. Well, there's like a bunch of stuff that you do, like, that you don't know what's in it, and you just trust the experts in the field to just make sure they put you in the best situation to make your life easier. That's kind of like what society was built upon. So I really wish I had some more empathy here for the other side, because typically I do take pride in myself for playing the devil's advocate in this situation. But in my head, I can't understand a reason to not take it. And especially if there's a championship on the line for Kyrie Irving, there's a championship on the line for Andrew Wiggins too, man.
I was never going to say this, but I was thinking this in the car the other day. You know, I was very excited to see what Andrew Wiggins did this year. I mean, he took what I could only say was a leap as a player for sure last season. If you look at his stats, he improved. He became a winning player. He was, you know, solid on the defensive end, tapping into, you know, maybe not number one pick territory, of course, but tapping more into that potential, tapping more into, you know, you can be a real guy on a potential championship level team. And so it's so disappointing that he's one of these guys. And also, Devin Booker is not getting mentioned in any of this. He like pulled the whole, oh yeah, but you could still get COVID card randomly. Like, why? Yes, we all know this, but if you just do the quickest Google search on percent chance of getting COVID with the vaccine, you will see how dramatically low the odds are.
Curry's quote on the situation was pretty disappointing.
I can pull it up.
Like, he was disappointed, not that his quote was disappointing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's up to him. It's no secret to that point. We obviously hope that he has all of the right information, the access to the right resources to ask the questions he has on making that decision. Oh, God. We hope he's available. We hope he moves in the right direction.
Andrew, man, you could win a championship this year. Like, straight up, like, Clay is coming back in January. I love, first of all, how we're not even bringing up Bradley Beal. It's like, okay, Bradley Beal, you don't have to play. Like, it's all good. Like, we understand.
Well, because Bradley Beal is actually not affecting. I mean, I still, like, think, though, the same thing towards Bradley Beal. In terms of like selfishness, in terms of like you could get you could transfer it to someone else, you could get someone sick, all of that. But the thing is, in terms of Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie, they're straight up just like right there saying I'm gonna miss half my games. Bradley Beal, that's not the case. If Bradley Beal, if that was the case, it'd be the same thing. He'd be just under the same amount of fire. And Bradley Beal had COVID and had to miss Team USA because of it. And also, the crazy thing about Bradley Beal is that this isn't like a whole, like his mom and dad have the vaccine. Like he said, multiple people close to me have the vaccine. My mom and dad have it. Like, okay. Just get it, man.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.